Hey guys, and welcome to the first installment of That CrossFit Guy. I've done a couple of videos before. I just didn't have the name yet, so this is what it's called. Especially now that I spent all that money on a sweet ass sign, that's what the show's gonna be called. So had a question put on the YouTube channel about keto adaptation and like fat adaptation. And I thought before we get too deep into the weeds on that side of things, which is definitely my fault because like the first video I put up was about basically like carb cycling and timing of that, so my bad. So what I thought we'd do is take a step back, give you 5 habits that you can apply to your nutrition, just as like basic rules or basic habits you can start to bring into your own nutrition, and then we can geek out about that other stuff later. So the first habit is what we call the 80% rule. So the first habit is eat slowly and stop at 80% full. So the reason you want to do this is the communication between your gut and your brain is very slow. They say it can take up to like 20 minutes for it to be like, hey, I'm full, stop eating. So this is something that helps take care of that. You eat a little slower, stop at 80%, you're likely to be fine rather than overeat. And I've already got it written up here because this is like my 4th take, so hopefully I don't screw this one up. Habit 2 is eat protein dense food. So, let's put 1 here, 2. Sorry. I've got to write it down, otherwise I'm just standing here doing nothing. So, protein dense food at every meal. So to achieve the best body composition, performance, overall health, you need protein dense meals, or basically for women it's like 20 to 30 grams, which is the equivalent to like your palm, and for men it's like 40 to 60, so think like 2 palms. Happy with that? Yeah, sweet. All right, 3, veg. Look how efficient I am, bro. Veg at every meal. So there's all kinds of like big words like phytochemicals and vitamins, minerals, all that kind of stuff that are awesome for you in veggies. But one of the other reasons, which is maybe more important, is proteins and carbs are what we call like will give your blood like an acid load, and veg are going to give your blood like an alkaline load. Basically, I know we said we wouldn't geek out, so all you need to know is it gives you balance in your blood between that acid and that alkaline. How much you need to kind of balance it out, like don't geek out about that too much, like the habit's basic, just have veg at every meal. There's some studies to show that 10 servings a day is kind of where you want to be, but you know, as far as habits go, if you institute 1 habit at a time, when you institute this habit, habit 3, maybe you just have veg at every meal. You don't have to geek out too much about the actual amount. Like if you do want to get caught up right in the amount, then you can email me and we can talk about that. But that's going to depend upon a lot of things, so it's hard to give a prescription. But if you're cool with it, man, do 10. So habit 4, carbs after workout. So you want to eat. If fat loss is your goal, you need to earn your carbohydrates. So you need to basically save all your dense carbohydrates for post-workout. The reason for that is, and it's kind of good that we geeked out about carbs already, is because go see the carbohydrate video. So carbs are going to work a hell of a lot differently after you work out and be metabolized a hell of a lot differently after you work out versus being stuck at your desk. Yeah, see the other video. Trust me, man, it's good. Doesn't have a sweet title, but it's good. And then habit 5, you want to eat healthy fats daily. So fat should consist of about 30% of your daily intake of, like, say you got protein, fat, carbohydrates. Fat should be generally 30%. Again, I'm not giving a prescription because it's hard to just give a general like everyone should do this, but 30% roughly should come from like a range of fats too. So you want to think saturated, polyunsaturated, and monounsaturated, and you want to that the 30% intake should be a balance of all three of those. But without, again, because I promised we wouldn't geek out in this, even though I just keep going that way, just balance your monounsaturated and your polyunsaturated. So monounsaturated things like olives, olive oils, some nuts and stuff like that, avocados, and then your polyunsaturated, again, there's certain nuts that are polyunsaturated, fish, and like your fish oil supplements and things like that. If you balance those, then you're sweet, man. Yeah, that's 5. So I would recommend, depending on how much you want to, how ready you are to make big changes, probably just add one of these in at a time. Like if you bring in the 80% rule 1 week, and then the next week you make sure you got this, the week after, and I'm sure you can see the pattern. Yeah. But outside of that, 5 habits. Get amongst it.